So thanks for joining me. My name is Jessica, and I'm going to be leading you through a fascial awakening self-care practice. So our fascia is really the conduit for our nervous system to flow, and there's so much about the fascia that is just really amazing. And the fascia really is the way that we access creating change in our central and our peripheral nervous systems, our mind and our body network, while also, that's where our cells live, in our fascia, in the fluids that run through the fascia as well. So we're gonna create some awakening in our fascia and help to awaken our immune system at the same time. So we'll begin by just finding a seat. You can be seated in a chair or on a couch or on the floor, whatever feels good to you. So we're gonna let our shoulders draw back over our frontal hip bones and bringing your hands to your hips. So you may notice that normally in your posture, you kind of round forward here. So you're creating this hump kind of action, this rounding curve in your spinal area, and your arms may come forward. So you're creating a holding in this back body, while the front of the body is kind of collapsing in. So what we want is to lift our front body up. So the front of the body is referred to ventral cavity, while the back body is referred to the dorsal cavity. And so if you're a science geek, you may know that ventral is referred to the part of the vagus nerve that activates restoration of health, that works towards creating homeostasis in the tissues of the body, the organs of the body, and the bones of the body, and all the systems of the body. So we want to be awakened in our ventral cavity, meaning we want to lift our chest upward and let the arms kind of glide back in space. So we're in this stance of really feeling confident and confident of not being harmed in any way, so we can be vulnerable and open our hearts outward versus collapsing in to protect the heart and the other organs within the viscera of the torso. So this is also considered a power pose, and science has proven if you hold this for 2 minutes, it will regulate your autonomic nervous system, meaning it's going to regulate your body and your brain so that you can be in this place towards homeostasis, where things start to flow and start to connect and wake up at the cellular level. So take another few moments to just be here, feeling your breath and maybe noticing how it feels. So maybe this is kind of difficult for you to lift your chest up and sit in this way. And if that's the case, over time it will get easier. Notice if there are any emotions that may come up for you. So when we're in a depressed state and when we round forward, it's hard for us to really come out of that. This is a great way for us to do so, but then there's always a bit of resistance that comes up within us. So stay present and just take a few more breaths. Maybe let your hips glide down, your shoulders move back. Good, and let's inhale, lift the chin up. If you don't have neck issues, this should be safe. Be gentle, and then exhale, draw your chin down. So again, we're going to inhale, move your chin forward and then upward. Be gentle with the head, and then exhale, chin down. So another thing, we need to create strength in our neck to hold our head up over our spine. We must have strong neck muscles and tissues. Good, now we're going to make circles. So inhale your chin to the right shoulder, and then up and around over to the left. And just do this once more in this direction. Then when your chin comes back to chest, we're going to reverse the flow. So moving over to the left, and then to the right and down. Good, then lifting the chin, take a breath here, and then exhale, just look over your right shoulder. Inhaling center, and then exhale, look to the left. Good, inhale center, one more time, look to the right. Inhale center, and then exhale, look to the left. Good, inhale center. Then take a breath in to stretch your arms out to a T, and start to just wiggle through the fingers. Let's inhale here, spread through the fingers, then exhale, squeeze your thumbs into your fist. Then inhale, spread, and then exhale, squeeze in. Tone the navel back, inhale. And then exhale, squeeze in. Good, now turn your palms forward and draw your hands forward toward one another. Inhale, spread, and then exhale, squeeze. Inhale, spread, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, and exhale. Keeping ears over shoulders, 2 more. Inhale, spread the webbing, exhale. Last one. Good, then inhale, take your arms wide, take them as far back as feels safe to you. Lift your chest up, draw your head up, maybe shake it out if it feels okay to do so. Good, then inhale, rotate your palms and your arms up and just stretch up. Good, take a breath in to look up and then spread through the fingers. Another breath, wiggle fingers, and then exhale, release your arms down. Good, take a moment to just hold your right thumb. Noticing what's there, maybe a pulsation. This is really where, according to Jin Shin Jitsu, the grandmother practice to acupressure, our thumb is where we experience resonance of worries. So it's like in every moment there's layers and layers of different emotions that are being experienced. So we can just hold the thumb and ask ourselves, what am I worried about in this moment? Maybe you notice a pulsation there that can be an indicator that you're activated in that emotion. So maybe I'm worried about this video not being perfect or being judged in some way for the work that I do. And I can just recognize that and accept it, and that's okay. It's okay to have these thoughts and these worries, and the more we bring awareness, then the more space we create. A little unraveling undoes in our tissues and in our neurons. We start to create connections in our nerve cells. So let's hold the other thumb. Just holding. So it's also a way for us to practice being compassionate and caring. So hold your thumb with a sense of curiosity. Try not to judge the way it feels. Can you just meet your thumb where it is and maybe offer it gentle warmth through holding it? And maybe there's another worry that's present that you can become aware of. Stay present with your breath. Good. And then bring your hands back to your hips. Lift your chest up, get your head back over your spine. Good, then inhale, take your arms wide. And then exhale, turn your palms toward the wall behind you. Good, now reach out from your upper arms to your elbows, and from your elbows to your wrists, and from your wrists to your fingers. And then draw your chest forward, and then squeeze your arms back. Your palms can turn in toward one another. So you can see as I squeeze back, you want to get your shoulder blades squeezing in toward one another. It's very difficult. Let's inhale, lift the chest up, and then rotate your palms and your arms up to stretch up. Good, then inhale, reach up another breath, palms may touch. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Again, inhale, arms wide, turn your palms back, spread through the fingers, tone the belly, lift the chest, and then squeeze your arms back. Notice your chin may tuck towards your chest. Can you lift your head up to get over your spine to get some fluids into the brain? We're trying to release the holding up here. Good, wiggle the fingers, maybe squeeze thumbs into the fists. Then inhale, rotate your palms and arms up and reach up. Inhale, lift your ribs up, look up, maybe touch your palms, and exhale, release. Good. So that's good. Now we're just gonna hold here this right side of the upper back. So you're just gonna hold kind of at the base of the neck into the upper back. Take some deep breaths, noticing how things may shift and change. I'm going to stretch my legs forward and get some flow into my feet. And then just start to drag up through the back of the neck to the back of the occiput. You're going to hold the occiput and just turn your head gently. That's okay. Good. Then just go ahead and scrub that side of your head. Just trying to get some fluids into the brain because there's just a small percentage of people that actually get normal blood flow and fluid flow into their brain. And this is, you know, we're seeing the impacts of that lack of flow through the rate of Alzheimer's and other neurological diseases. So just take a moment to be aware of how the two sides feel. I feel a lot more space and aliveness on this side of my body. Good, take an inhale to stretch your hands forward and then flex your hands, reach out through your hands. And then exhale, let's let the fingers dangle and move them around. Tone the belly in and then inhale, reach the hands forward. Notice the difference between the two hands, if any, and then exhale down. Continue, inhale, and exhale. Good, inhale, and exhale. Two more, inhale, and exhale. Good, last one, inhale, and exhale. Good, then release that down. And just notice what you feel. Good, now we're gonna bring some energy flow into the other side. So you're just gonna hold the tissues in the very upper back, so underneath the neck. So notice if your head's forward, you're gonna feel those tissues being pulled. We want them to soften, so we want to train our tissues to relax so that we can access homeostasis in our bodies, so that we can start to heal our bodies. So not a lot of people, a very small percentage of population is accessing that healing state. So holding there gently but firmly so that you're kind of landing into your tissues with a tender firmness. And just notice your breath. Feel your connection down through your seat or your feet if you're standing. And maybe start to move the head a little bit. Then you're just going to start to drag your hand, the palm of your hand up to the back of the neck. Don't be scared to touch yourself. And then holding at the occiput as you maybe turn your head side to side. Keep moving your head back. So we're strengthening here. Good, and then you're just gonna start to scrub. Scrub, don't be scared. So fascinating. So many people are scared to touch their bones and their tissues and their muscles and their bodies. So how can we become more embodied and more connected in our body? When that happens, we're going to awaken homeostasis because our body's gonna feel a lot of great things. I don't need to go into all of those, but let's go ahead and inhale, stretch the arms forward and then squeeze again. Inhale and then exhale. Good, then inhale, palms down, reach up, and then exhale, fingers down. Inhale, spread, reach, and exhale. Two more. Good, take your right hand and just place it into the crown of the head. Good, let your head kind of move up towards your hand, lifting up from the occipital bone at the base of the skull. And then just bring another set of fingers to rest right between the eyebrows. Bring your attention into those 2 points. So see if you can feel your hands, your fingers on your face or your head. And then bringing that other hand down to the tip of the nose. Good, and gently release that hand and scrub the head across. So from one side of the head, you're going to move up. I'm just going up and down, all the way to the other. And then shake it out if that feels good. Good, and just notice, so I can see that my eyes can see a little bit more clearly now. There's a little bit more brightness there. Good, so we'll just sit for a moment, letting that head move back. Let's lift from the occipital bone, drawing back and up, breathing length in the neck. Then exhale your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale, return to center, and exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Good, inhale, center, exhale to the right, inhale, return, and exhale to the left. Good, inhale, return, and one more time, exhale to the right. This time maybe dip and hang a little bit, let go with gravity. Good, take a breath in, get your head back. And then exhale, return to center, lift from the occipital bone, and then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And then exhale, hang and dip over to the side. Get the head back, let go with gravity. Breathe in deeply, and then exhale to center. Good, inhale. And exhale your hands to your heart. Take a moment to feel your hands. Maybe you can get a sense of your hands touching. Feel your breath. Keeping your head up and lifting from the occipital bone, the very base of the skull up. Chin very slightly tucks down. Good, take another breath in here, and we'll take a cleansing breath out from the mouth. So breathe in and out. Good, so you may feel a little bit more energized and connected. May focus on keeping your head back in space, trying to get your head and your spine integrated over one another and connected. So thanks for joining me. Namaste.